6 visible signs you're suffering from childhood rejection. Hi everyone, are you suffering from childhood rejection? It's undeniable that who we are now as adults is a product of our childhood. Everything that we have gone through during our childhood will shape us into the person we are now. Unfortunately, our childhood might not always be a good experience. A lot of people experience childhood trauma during their lifetime, whether it's emotional or even physical. And every little experience that we had will affect our mental health as adults. There are so many signs that you might have it if you have experienced childhood rejection or neglect. And you have to be able to identify those signs if you want to get better. Well, here are some visible signs that you can identify that you might have suffered from childhood rejection. Try to count how many signs you can relate to. But before that, I hope you can help this channel gain more vibration by clicking that like button below. And don't forget to subscribe and activate the notification bell if you're new to this channel. Number 1. You're super hard on yourself. The first sign you have to identify is whether you're super hard on yourself. People who have experienced childhood trauma are usually forced to grow up faster. They tend to learn how to be responsible from a young age. Because of this, they tend to be super hard on themselves. This is because they never had the support that they needed when they were younger. That's why they're super critical of themselves and even beat themselves up when making mistakes. Number 2. You feel numb and emotionless. Another sign that you have experienced childhood rejection is the fact that you often feel numb and emotionless. Traumatic children will usually avoid having feelings because they find it hard to deal with them. That's why most of them often resort to being emotionless, because they thought they could feel better by ignoring and denying anything. It's their defense mechanism to protect themselves, but unfortunately, they can't get rid of their numbness and apathetic attitude as they turn into adults. Number 3. You have low self-esteem. Low self-esteem is common in people who have experienced childhood rejection. Because they've experienced rejection so many times, they tend to close themselves up in a safety zone. Unfortunately, this makes them unconfident when they have to step out of that zone, even when they have turned into adults. Number 4. You are afraid of asking for help. Everybody needs help from others. However, people who have experienced childhood trauma will find it hard to ask for help. This is because they have become so used to relying on themselves. And that's why asking for help is such an unfamiliar thing to them. Number 5. You blame yourself for everything. When you make a mistake, sometimes you have to understand the many factors that may have caused the mistake. You can't just blame yourself for everything. However, people who have experienced childhood rejection tend to blame themselves for every bad thing that has happened. You turned into a super critical adult and you tend to blame yourself for everything. This is what you may do if you have experienced a lot of rejection during your childhood. Number 6. You believe that you're very flawed, so you give up easily. Because you're overly critical of yourself, you tend to feel like you're deeply flawed beyond repair. This becomes an excuse every time you encounter problems. Instead of facing them to shape yourself, you choose to give up simply because you're looking down on yourself too deeply. This is because of your childhood rejection trauma. Since everybody said that you're an incapable child, you can't get rid of this perception even when you turn into an adult. Well, what do you think of this video? I hope this piece of information is helpful to you. Don't hesitate to share your thoughts and experiences in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell to follow our subsequent video updates. Thanks for watching this video.